Coming up today, I've been launching some rockets. Got a bit windy for spraying, so basically had to give up and wash out. Quick look at some of the sprung drawbars on the trailers, because I noticed that Simon had a really interesting drawbar on his trailer. And also, I've ordered some new brooms so we can take this off the blackboard. For those that don't know, I'll explain how this works. This is basically what we call a bead cheater. So you fill it up with air, and it's compressed into this cylinder, and then when you open that valve, it lets the air out all in one go through this nozzle, and that's what gets the tyres back on the rim. You've obviously seen me using it, but it's obviously can be used for launching rockets as well, which is what we're going to have a go at now. Got an empty bottle, bit of PTO chef tube and some duct tape. I'm going to make the nose cone better, and we're going to try it again on the missile launcher. Rockets ready. Fire in the hole. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the pigeons. It's alright, isn't it? Need to refine it to a smaller tube. Right, more horizontal. Fire in the hole. 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh, hit the Merlot. Ooh. Right, run and get it. There's a short video of Olivia trying to train a sheep with a halter, but it was more interested in going on the garden. This is the vandal that keeps knocking the weather station down, and that's why we've had to put the bales all the way around it. Who's leading who there, Olivia? Come on. He just wants to go on the garden because it's freshly mown grass. Joe's off spreading fertiliser with our fertiliser spreader. He's ordered a new one and it's not arrived yet, and his other one's a bit broken, so he's borrowing this one. But I know he'll be a Fent lover by the end of the day, and I'll get rid of them daft new Olives. Got my bottle rocket out, bit of drain pipe and a bike pump. Should keep the kids busy for a little bit. Bottle rocket, air line, cylinder, trigger. Don't stand on the wheat. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's not working. Got an early. See how much pressure is in it when it went before. Keep going. Tire out. Whee! There's a load of chip on the 939. Looks quite dry already. Get a video of Andrew spilling it. Because he's on the phone.
Well, yeah.
Looking at Simon's drawbar there, how simple it is. You've got a pivot point back there. No, it's alright, you can see it. You've got a pivot point back there. You just got like one single leaf spring there. So when it's going up and down over bumps, it absorbs the shock. Whereas this trailer here, this JPM, you got again the pivot point back there, and you got coil springs, and it slides up and down. But this was the same as the one we had on our low loader, and it snapped these draw bolts at the bottom. If you look at our loader now, it's got chains on the front, which seem to work better. It's going now, he's loaded chip. Hope everyone's been counting Easter eggs today. You see 4 already. Just spraying this now, and it's getting, the breeze is getting up now, so I'll only be able to finish this field. It's okay going one way because the nozzles are facing forwards. But when I'm going the other way, the drift's really bad, so I'm just going to have to spray this field one way just to get my tank empty. Like it's suddenly got windy while I'm halfway through the field, and if you stop, it'll all settle in the tank and block the sprayer up. So luckily it's I've done all the outside of the field now anyway. Sam spread fertiliser on this the other day, so he's marking it out, so I'm just following the tractor wheelings now with the GPS on this, because the tractor's more accurate than the one that I have in this. This only works off a free satellite signal, which is accurate to within about a foot, whereas the one on the tractor is accurate to within about that much. don't know whether you can see, but this line here is where we've sown up to, and then behind it was grass, but because it flooded over winter completely, it's killed the grass. It's just a load of dead grass now. So we'll have to straw rake it and then roll it, and then flail it, straw rake it, roll it, and then see if we can revitalise it without having to re-drill it. And it goes right up to over there, and that's just like a marshland now. All them reeds in. Quick project shed update. Nothing's happened for about 2-3 weeks now because it's obviously in dry weather. But when it gets wet, we get caught up with spring work. We're obviously going to put the brickwork on to match, so it matches what used to be here as well. Go around the corner here. Adam patched some grass seed up a few weeks ago. That's now showing through in little lines. Needs to thicken out a bit because it still looks quite soily. But if you look here, you can see lines of grass seed. So that's good because it actually threw it down after it was finished. But I'm sure it'll come in the end. It's funny stuff, grass seed, it can kind of lie dormant for years and then just come up. Back at the yard now, it's really got windy on my way home, so just going to fill up with some clean water, fill the wash tank with clean water and go in the field next to the yard just to rinse out on that's beans as well. So I'll just clean the tank out. Otherwise, the chemical I'm using is a yellow kind of chemical. You can see it in the tubs, the Varna, and it goes like sludgy and then it sets in the nozzle. So I don't want that happening, so I'm going to rinse out. I don't know whether it's just me that pulls in the field on abatement and realise that they've not flicked that switch, and when they set off, they won't spray. But I would do it about twice a week. You can see some of the remains of the sweet corn stalks and the cobs. Just wonder whether any seeds will grow in with the beans. A mixed veg plot. My dad's put Simon's chip down on the floor. As you can see, it's really level. Won't take long to dry actually because it's quite dry, because this time of year comes in and there's not a lot of leaf in it yet, but then it's also not raining. When it comes in with leaf in, and that's when it takes the most drying. When Richard knocked his house down, he had to move the electric supply, so we had a spare electric pole, so we brought it back to here. We can cut it down and use it as gate posts. So it's in the back of the JPM, but it's obviously quite long and it sticks out the end. Quick update on Adam's 3650. It's starting to take shape now. All the cab is basically cleaned out, ready for its new interior. I don't know what he's doing with the new seat, but you can get that done. Get it on, get it out the workshop, have a bit more space then. So if we do Project Stone Trailer, we'll have somewhere to do it in. No new flags put up recently. I think I have got a couple that I'd put away somewhere and forgot to put up. So I'll get them up in that corner when I get a chance. And Andrew's been splashing out on something yellow and black. So hopefully that'll be arriving in the next week or two. So that'll be interesting and should be a handy tool to use. Just editing today's video and my phone reminded me of this time last year when I did a time-lapse sequence of folding the sprayer in and out, and it looks really cool, so I'm going to add that on again because I think you should see it. So if you've seen it before, apologies, but if you've not seen it, I think it's really good. This is today's quiz question. Does anyone know what that is? That's about it for today. It's been a quiet one really, because after all it has been Easter Sunday, so playing with me niece and nephew and Olivia with rockets. And a little bit of spraying when it got too windy, but never mind, it means I can finish early I suppose. So here's the intro from, I have to check, here's the intro from Sam, so I'll put that on now. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. A few more subscribers today and it might hit 12,000. So if you've not subscribed, click subscribe and you might be the 12,000 subscriber. So bye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, if you've counted any eggs, leave a comment in the box because there's been a few hidden ones.